Welcome back to Middle Class Magic. I'm Stefan.
And I'm Ryan.
And we would love to welcome you to our first official episode of Middle Class Magic's Casual Commander Conflicts. We're here today with two of our friends. We've known them for a handful of years, and we'd just like to introduce you to Jimmy and Derek.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm going to be running Omo, Queen of Vesuva. It's a Simic lands deck. I'm hoping to make copies of all my lands and make all my lands every single type, my creatures every single type, and overrun everyone with value.
And I'm Jimmy. I'm running a Anikthea Hand of Erebos. Not sure on what it really does, but it's an enchantment deck, so.
Again, I'm Ryan, and I am running Gonti, Canny, Inquisitor. I don't really know what this does, but I believe I steal people's stuff and use it against them.
I will be running the Fallout PRECON of the Mardu colors. It's Ceasar, or Ceasar, however you pronounce it. Legion's Emperor. I was a big fan of just the attack-heavy decks and aggro, so I'm going to try to make a bunch of tokens and do some weird stuff. So today we're just running straight up precons. We opened them up, shuffled them up, no changes, no alterations, and we just want to kind of simulate what it's like going into a local game store, grabbing a precon, and just sitting down with friends or even people you don't know.
Game on.
Game on. But before we start though, quick word from our sponsor. We'll go ahead and get started. Derek won the high roll, so we'll have him start us off. I'll get a hand of 7 and most of us already resolved mulligans. I'm just getting back to it because I don't know what I'm doing.
I will take this hand.
I'll try it.
Alright, draw for turn. I will play a Vine Glimmer Snarl tapped and pass.
Good, wholesome magic.
I'm going to play Temple of Mystery. It comes into play tapped. I scry 1. Leave that right there.
Alright.
Pass.
We'll draw. I will go ahead and start with the classic Evolving Wilds. And then I will tap it and crack it, and I'll go ahead and pass. Grab a swamp.
I will start with a swamp. And pass.
I'm going to play a tapped Cloud Post and pass.
I will untap. Draw.
I should say the only
I'll play a
edits
Forest.
I did do to the deck was I swapped out some of the cards just for the prettier versions of the cards.
For sure.
'Cause
I'm going to tap both lands to play 3 visits. Search my library for a forest card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle and pass my turn.
I'll play Diamond City. It is a land. It enters with a shield counter on it. Sure. And if it would be dealt damage or destroyed, remove the shield counter from it instead. I can tap it to add a colorless, or I can move a shield, tap it to add a move, tap it to move a shield counter from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate only if 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under my control this turn. So that was 2. I have nothing to do. I will pass the turn to Jimmy.
Draw for turn. I'll play an Ashen Baron. Tapping my swamp and searching for land. And while I do that, I'll pass.
Alright. Draw for turn. I will play a Blast Zone. It comes in with a charge counter on it.
Oh, fun.
Tap per color, so I can pay XX and tap to put X charge counters on Blast Zone, pay 3, sack it, destroy each non-land permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters on it. I will tap 3 and I will play a Mirage Mirror. I can pay 2 to make Mirage Mirror become a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. Pass.
Neat. I will tap. I'll draw. I will play Hinterland Harbor. It enters the battlefield tapped unless I control a forest or island. I have a forest. Yeah, we might as well go this route. Let's tap for 2 and play Rampant Growth. Search my library for a basic land card, put that card on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle.
But on the lands deck.
I don't believe I can do anything else. I will pass this.
Alright.
See, for now, I can't do anything else.
Draw.
I don't have one.
I will play
Swing.
a mountain. I will go ahead and tap 3. I will play Bastion of Remembrance. Bastion of Remembrance enters the battlefield, creates a 1/1 white human soldier creature token, and whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. From there, I have nothing else. I will go ahead and pass the turn.
Tap. Draw. I will play a forest. Tap both for Rampant Growth. On the search my library for a basic land card, and while I'm doing that, I will pass.
See, Jimmy just wants to be cool, so he's just copying both of us.
It's even the same art.
Right?
So this is the way I want to see if I'm going to lose my friends or not. So-
You don't have any.
I'm going to cast Dark Depths. So it comes in with 10 ice counters on it. I can pay 3 mana to remove an ice counter from it, and when it is out of ice counters, I sacrifice it and make a 20/20 creature named Merit Mage. I'm going to pay 2 mana and make Mirage Mirror become a copy of Dark Depths.
Wow.
So it will come in with 0 counters, and I have to sack one of them.
Well, I just made a 1/1 white human soldier, so.
So I will, because this one will come without the counters, I will sack the original Dark Depths due to the legend roll. And then I will cast a Merit Mage. And after that, I will, let's see. I have to sacrifice this Mirage because it was technically a Merit Mage. I had 2 lands that were the same thing. Legend roll this goes, but I have to sack it to make the Merit Mage. So I'll pass it.
I will play Drowned Catacomb. Comes into play tapped unless I own an island or a swamp. I have a swamp. We'll go this route. That really helps. 2, 4, 5 to play. Torrent Phosphane.
Ooh.
It's a 2/6. Attacking creatures I control have Death Touch. And whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I draw a card. I will end my turn.
I will untap. And hope that they put Path of Exile. Path to Exile in this deck. Hey, they might have, but I didn't draw it. So I will play a Plains. And I will 1, 2, 3, 4. I will play a Pitiless Plunderer, which in any other game would be amazing on turn 4 when you're not staring down the barrel of a Merit Lodge.
20/20 indestructible fire.
I will pass.
I will play a Canopy Vista. Doesn't enter because it control 2 or more.
It doesn't enter because you control 2 or more?
Doesn't enter cast.
Thank you.
You're very well.
Hooked on Phalanx is doing wonders.
We won't edit it if you reach across and snap it. Make sure it stays on there.
And then I will pay 2, 1 on green for a Descend Wanderer. Constellation, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and put that card into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And I will pass. Alright.
I will play a Dreamlet Cascade. And then I will...
Pass?
No.
Oh.
I will tap 3 mana to play a Chromatic Lantern. And that is, lands I control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and I can also tap it for a mana of any color as well. Moving to combat, I am going to roll a d6 and hit someone at random.
Oh, just pick somebody.
No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 20 at random, flying.
Flying even. Looks like I'm taking 20. Oh, you're doing it there.
We'll do it both in case that dies.
Alright, and I will pass through.
Target acquired.
Right. Brett! It's a good thing I keep. We're doing this. I gotta hit you back. I'm gonna die if you hit me again, but whatever. Let's go 1, 2, 3 to play Cold Ice Selkie. We're gonna go.
Don't like that's even comparable to what you have.
1, 2, 3. I think those are all tapped. They are. Kodama's Reach. Search my library for 2 basic lands, reveal those cards, put 1 on the battlefield, 1 into my hand. Doesn't really matter. I will do that to keep things rolling faster. I am gonna attack Derek for 2.
Alright, we are even.
And when I'm done, I get to draw a card, but I will let you do your thing and pass.
Alright, I already untapped, so I will draw for turn. I will play a Plains for turn. Then I will tap a white and a black for McCready, Lamplight Mayor.
Oh.
So he is a 1/3, and whenever a creature I control with power 2 or less attacks, it gains Skulk until end of turn. And whenever a creature with power 4 or greater attacks me, its controller loses 2 life, and I will gain 2 life. So yeah, you can attack me for 20 all you want, I'm going to gain 2. So
That's what he's asking for.
I can make that happen.
I will tap for 3, 1 a red and a white. I will play Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty. She has Battalion. Whenever Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty and at least 2 other creatures attack, draw a card. Then I may put a creature card with mana value X or less from my hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, where X is Paladin Elizabeth Taggarty's power. From there, still don't have any good attacks or life plans at this moment, so I will pass the turn.
I will play a Swamper turn. Tapping 1, 2. For a Spirited Companion, when Spirited Companion enters the battlefield, draw a card. I will draw first. 1, 2, 3. I'm grabbing Shadow Snarl, putting that in my hand. And then 3 mana available. I'll pass.
Alright, so I'm going to tap 3 mana.
I'm sure missing land drops has been a huge detriment to your
It
board
has
states.
been. I'm going to play Omo, Queen of Vesuva. When she enters the battlefield or attacks, I put an everything counter on a target creature and a target land. Each land is every single type of land. Each creature is every single type of creature, so these will be locusts, power plants, mines, you name it, they're it. I'm going to just put 20s on each thing I make an everything land, so I'm going to make this Vineland Snarl and everything, and I will make Merit Lash and everything. So since I have 2 locusts, technically now, this will tap for 2 colorless. I'll tap for 3 and cast Copy Land. I may have Copy Land enter the battlefield as a copy of any land on the battlefield except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. I will make it a Clog Post. So I'll just do that to go, so we know what it's going to be. Alright. I'll just go around the table as this is stiff, and I will come at you with merit.
I have no attack, or no blocks, sorry. So I will take 20.
And I will take 2 damage because I attacked you because of your creature.
No. Yes, sorry. You don't take damage, you just lose 2 life, and I will gain 2 life.
You only lost 18, see?
Wow.
There you go.
So you just don't like me.
I rolled to be fair with you. I wanted to hit him.
I will draw. I'm going to play a swamp. I have to do this turn. I'm going to go ahead and exile X target creatures. And for each creature exiled this way, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar creature token.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So you could have just X's 1? Like,
Yeah, but it was better to do 5.
Merit Lage.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
But you get 2 of those.
That's what I've always wanted.
Hey, I'm a giver.
I'm just going to put a dice on my deck.
And you like tokens.
Well, I want to give Ryan something, too. So I'm going to tap my copy line, which is Cloud Post, that taps for anything, and I'm going to Pongify his Order Frostfang.
Well, you gotta wait for him to do something. Or are you doing that in response to...
To that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in response to the swine...
Creation.
Curse of the Swine.
Yeah, I'm going to Pongify Order Frostfang, destroy it, and you get a 3/3 green ape creature.
See? Give and take.
Exactly.
Gifts for everybody.
You know, two 2/2s is just as good as a 20/20 flying indestructible, but you know.
Well, if you don't get a call back for episode 2, it's not because we're angry at you, it's because we just didn't want to do the show anymore. So
Nobody has islands, so I can't even cold ice selfie.
he has everything.
Well, they are everything.
This isn't everything, lad, so I technically do have a...
Well, I'm going to hit you for 1 so I can draw a card.
Ouch. That's okay.
And I will end my turn.
I will draw. I will play a Plains. Alright, I will tap 1, a black, and a red. I will go ahead and play Ceasar, Legion's Emperor. So, Season's Legion's Emperor is a 4/4, and whenever I attack, I may sacrifice another creature. When I do, I can choose 2. I can create 2 1/1 red and white soldier creature tokens with haste that are tapped and attacking. I may draw a card and lose a life, or Ceasar Legion's Emperor deals damage equal to the number of creature tokens I control to target opponent. So, I will... Add attacks. I'm going to walk it back, and since we're casual, I'm just going to change 1 land because I forget what my stuff does sometimes. And I actually did not tap appropriately the first time. So 1, a white, red, and black for Ceasar. I never tapped Diamond City. Great. So, before moving to combats, I will tap to move a shield counter from Diamond City onto target creature. Activate only if 2 or more creatures. Oh no, I would have had to do that on your turn. Anyways,
That's the joy of PRECON.
right. Moving to combat, which I was always in combat. Drake. So, I'm going to declare. I'm going to declare all 3 2/2s going at Derek.
Why me?
Attack trigger. I will sacrifice the soldier.
Get 2.
I will make 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. I will have 1 of those declared at 3/3 8. I'll just send them both at Jimmy because he's unscathed so far. And then I will activate Diamond City to move the shield counter onto Ceasar. And the second option, I will draw a card and lose a life. So, board state is as such. I have 3 2/2s going at Derek and 2 1/1s going at Jimmy.
I will take those 2/2s.
I will take 6 of them to 29.
Bastion of Remembrance trigger that I totally did not forget about. When I sacrificed that
I want
one,
that board to be everything.
You each take a
Take
damage,
everything, yeah,
and I
There's
will
two
gain
of
a life.
But sadly, I have to go slowly with it now.
From there, I
That's
will
fair.
pass.
Sounds good.
I couldn't leave that there.
Untap. Draw. I'll play a Shine's Shadow Snarl, revealing a swamp from my hands. Did not plan this turn out correctly.
What planning can you do for a pre-con?
Exactly. I'll pay
Read your cards.
2 for a Destiny Spinner.
Yeah, that's a good
Creatures and enchantment spells you control cannot be countered. Pay 3 in green. Target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste until end of turn, where X is the number of enchantments you control and it's still land. So I will draw a card off of Spirited Companion. And then I will look at the top 3. I'll reveal the planes, put it into my hands, and these 2 at the bottom of the library and random order. It's 4 available mana, and then I will tap 2 green and 2 for Arstrel of the Endless Web. Reach whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell. Create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach.
Or Rasta of the Endless Web.
Arasta, thank you very much. And then, with that being, I have no available mana, so pass.
Alright, so I have 3 cloud posts. They each tap for 3 colorless. So.
Oh shoot, I forgot to base 2 trigger from
Do your thing.
Arsenal,
Yep, here we go.
and then that, and then 1,
You probably have to discard it themselves.
and I will do. And I'll discard accordingly. I will discard Abundance and a Plains.
I'm gonna tap blue, and X for 10. 2 for 10. I'm gonna play Finale of Revelation. X is 10.
That's drawing cards, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna draw 10 cards. If X is 10 or more, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library. Draw X cards. Untap up to 5 lands, and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. So, I will my graveyard into my library. I will draw 10. And up to 5 lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to play Yavimai, Cravable Growth, so every land is a force in addition to everything. Woo! And then I, to pay my tax for it, I will pay 3, and then 5 to bring back out all. I will make Yavimaya also be a cloud post.
Yes, now they each tap for 4.
Yes. So right now I have my choice of either 1 colored or 12 colorless mana. So, I will pay a green, tap on my cloud post, floating 2 colorless. Oh, for everything colors too. Sorry, almost got everything colors as well. Because creature gets 1 as well. I will cast Elvish Rejuvenator. When it enters the battlefield, I look at the top 5 cards in my library. I may put a land card from among them on the battlefield tapped, put the rest of them in the bottom of my library in any order. I have 1, it's the Yavimaya Coast. The rest will go back to my library in order. I'll use those 2 colorless, and then just tap that for green. Oblivion Stone. That's an artifact that says pay 4 and tap to put a fate counter on target permanent. Pay 5 and tap it. Sacrifice Oblivion Stone to destroy each non-land permanent with a fate counter on it. Then remove all fate counters from all permanents. And I will pass after that.
I will play. Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, I might have an answer for it, depending on what you're about to do.
This isn't that bad. That's a lot.
Yeah,
of
that's not that bad. Yeah, okay.
Mind's Dilation. It's an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts their first spell each turn, that player exiles the top card of their library. If it's a non-land card, I may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing too bad.
Oh no, not at all. Okay, whatever.
3 mana left. Not much to do. Who has the most? Let's play that game. Oh, but you don't.
Jimmy.
But you do not have an island. The only one that does is Derek. I'm just looking to draw a card right now. One damage over to you. Draw a card. I keep trying those lands.
Just separate my cards.
And that will end my turn. This isn't popping off like it should be.
I will untap.
I have so much mana
Right.
to play. I have nothing. It's so frustrating.
Better board state than I got going on with Cold Eye.
I will draw for turn. I will play a Windbreast Heights for turn. It is a land with Hideaway 4. So when this land enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of my library, exile 1 face down, and put the rest on the bottom in a random order. I can tap it to add a white, or I can pay a white and tap it to play the exiled card without paying its mana cost if I attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn. I'll just put it directly under Windbreast Heights. And then, let's see, I will move to combat. I'm going to declare 3 2/2s at Derek. I'm going to declare the 2 1/1s at Jimmy, triggering Ceasar, Legion's Emperor. I'm going to elect to sacrifice 1 of my soldiers, triggering Bastion of Remembrance. You each lose a life, I will gain a life. And then the modes I will choose will be in order. I will create 2 more that are tapped and attacking. I will have both of them attacking Ryan. And then I will have Ceasar, Legion's Emperor, deal damage equal to the number of creatures I control, creature tokens I control to target opponent. I will try to catch Jimmy up with the rest of us and deal an additional 6 damage directly off of that effect.
Okay.
So we'll lose 6, and then we will go to blocks.
Alright, I will block 2 of your boars, 2 of my boars, and then I will double block the last boar.
Okay.
Almost a 1/5, Elvish Rejuvenator is a 1/1.
I will assign the... Since it's not trample, I have to assign all the damage to something. I will just assign it to the 1/1.
Okay.
So I will lose all 3 of my boars. So you each lose 3 life. I will gain 3 life. And then I guess, well, you would have decided first. Did you just take the damage?
Yeah, I just took it to the face.
So the 6, but then the additional 1 soldier.
Yes.
Okay.
Question mark.
You can block it.
You go.
Okay.
Make it
then
a fair game.
I'm going to
just
block
said-
one of them with the beast and take an additional one.
Alright.
You know, actually, I don't
You
know
each
why.
lose an additional life. Alright. And then, before combat is over, damage is assigned before I leave combat. I will tap a white, colorless, and a red to cast both halves of Wear and Tear. Destroy target artifact and destroy target enchantment.
Hey, you played a spell.
I did. I think it's face down. Do we see it? I don't think so.
Was that
It just says that you exile the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card, I may cast it without paying its
Okay,
mana
so
cost.
we-
So I'll cast it.
We all have. I guess timing restrictions don't matter.
Real question.
What's that?
So with Spider-Man,
This will trigger,
copyright infringement. Hold on.
this will trigger for that.
Is it twice since it's both halves?
They are technically 2 spells. Yes, I believe so.
Yes, because you're casting for both halves of them.
Right.
So, okay, so I'm up to 3 now.
I am going to cast Wasteland Raider. It says Squad 2, so I can trigger that too, right?
Nope, because you're casting it without paying its mana cost,
As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may pay 2 any number of times.
but you're casting it without paying its cost. So you can't do any. It's just the same thing with like an X spell. You can't cast an X spell and add to X. It has to be 0. You can't do any additional costs because you're not paying any of the cost.
Well, when it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices the creature.
I will sacrifice the spider.
I will sacrifice my
A soldier.
Here's your beast.
And was that sorcery or instant that
That's
you
a
just...
creature.
Okay.
He ripped it off the top because of his thing.
Oh, that sounds good.
A creature of mine died, so I will gain a life. You each lose a life. And then the targets, which I'm sure we all know, but for wear and tear, the artifact is going to be the Oblivion Stone, and the enchantment is going to be
Nice.
that.
Oh, this. Come on, it's fun.
And then I have 3 mana. I will tap 2 and 1. For Yes Man, Personal Securitron. He's a 2/2 legendary artifact creature robot. I can tap him and target opponent gains control of him. When they do, I draw 2 cards and put a quest counter on him. Activate only during my turn. And then when Yes Man leaves the battlefield, note exile or death or return to my hand, its owner creates a tapped 1/1 white soldier creature token for each quest counter on it. And I am its owner, no matter what. And then I will go ahead and pass the turn.
I will untap, draw. First things first, I am going to pay 1, 2, 3 for a Corsair of 2 picks. Put at the top card of your library revealed. You may pay land from the top of your library whenever a land enters the battlefield and you control the game 1 life. I don't know why we didn't wait to play that first land, but...
Does he not also let you play an additional land, or no?
Nope.
Okay.
That's Oracle will die.
Oracle will die. Yep.
Suppose you know.
Well, I didn't know what that was. He read it wrong.
Then trigger Spirit Companion, drawing this swamp. Top 3.
Yes, and we would have access to all that information because...
The review.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Shouldn't really matter. There's only 1 land you can put in your hand for that.
Yep. And the one card I was really hoping for is at the bottom of my library. So very cool today.
Yay!
Yay! Precons are amazing.
I mean, you're still tied for 2nd place.
Emotionally or physically? Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't do anything, so I'll pass turn.
I mean, you can attack.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
literally somebody with an open board.
I will make sure your lands don't get destroyed next turn if you don't attack them.
Oh, come on.
Pass turn.
I will
I had the most.
pay a green to play Magnus at the Candelabra. I can pay X to tap him to untap X lands. He's nothing.
You have to pay X and tap him to tap.
So yeah, like
Untap.
yeah.
Which,
So
if
he
his
has-
lands generate 3 or more,
Right.
he can almost...
I thought he just said tap.
No.
That's what I was making sure I heard what I heard.
My land for turn will be a Flooded Growth. My commander costs what now for 7.
I think you can handle it.
I'll tap 4. And 5, 6, and 7. This will be for calls. So that's damage. Oh, again. Which will make Magus everything. And it will make... Okay, so I want to have 5 locusts. So I'll just go 5.
Isn't it loci? I'm joking.
And then I'll tap. This is 8.
My jokes get better as we go.
So this will be for 8. And I will play Terrastodon. Terrastodon's a 9/9 that says when he enters the battlefield, I may destroy up to 3 target non-creature permanents. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller gets a 3/3 green elephant. I could give you a bunch of tokens.
You could give me effectively 2 turns.
I could give you 3 tokens.
Oh wait, it would be more because
You would just lose 3 lands.
Oh yeah, perfect.
But I'm getting really sick of that cold-eyed Sulky. So I am gonna blow up the Sulky. I will also blow up
You saw the Diamond City out there?
your island. And I will blow your creature hero.
Yeah.
And then you, sir.
Wow. It's like I took a bunch of stuff from him earlier. I only took 2.
Yeah, you hit 3 of my creatures.
So you get 3 of those bad boys. Moving to combat, I can't do anything. So I will just pass the turn.
Feels so bad you couldn't do anything there.
And alright.
I am going to play Exotic Orchard. Haha. Bring him on. 2 green. 2 more to bring out Gonti. Spells I cast but don't own cost 1 less, and whenever 1 or more creatures I control deal combat damage to a player, look at that top card of that player's library, then exile it face down. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. Let's see if I can do this. Might as well. Spend all 3 elephants at Stefan since he's in the lead.
I will send I will put 4/4 Caesar. Well, let me reread my. I will take 9.
Exile this face down. That pretty much does it. Pass my turn.
I will undo it.
You guys are back for first. Remember I did that, Derek.
I will draw for turn.
Yeah.
Black, white, 2. I will play Vault 11, Voter's Dilemma. So it enters on stage 1, or chapter 1 of the saga. For each opponent, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So I'll make 3, unless anybody wants to concede. And then the next 2 chapters, we will cover those if we get to them. From there, I will move to combat. How big is Gonti?
5/5.
Moving to combat. From cards. Right. But I need him to attack if I'm going to do my hideaway. But I don't want him to attack because I want to attack him first.
Shield power, huh? Hmm?
I'll attack my 9 save. Anyway, set yes, so I will just declare the soldier attacking. He will be declared attacking Ryan, triggering Caesar Legion's Emperor. I will sacrifice the attacking soldier. You each lose a life, I gain a life. And then I will choose to create 2 more that are entering tapped and attacking. They are not long for this world, so I will send 1 at Jimmy and 1 at Ryan. And then I will choose my second mode of drawing a card and losing a life.
I'll block it. Gonti.
I'll block with the spider.
So 2 more of my creatures died. You each lose 2 life. I'll gain 2 life. resolves. Second main, we will tap Yes Man. He will get a, what is it called? A quest counter. Sure. And then I draw 2 cards. So target opponent gains control of him, then he gets a quest counter. Ugh, Ryan, you're making things difficult. Jimmy.
Why am I making it difficult?
And I try. Because you're blowing up my stuff. I will then tap 3. I can't do the hideaway anyways. And I will play a Luck Bobblehead. I can tap it at 1 mana of any color, or I can pay 1 and tap it to roll X 6-sided dice, where X is the number of bobbleheads I control. Create a tapped treasure token for each even result, and if I rolled 6 exactly 7 times, I win the game. So I will pass the turn.
I will untap. Wait, does
I mean, I said the name. It's Mr. House.
draw?
That's a thing.
That is his thing.
Yeah, he's cool.
I will pay 1, 2, 3 for Omen of the Hunt. Triggering Spirit Companion and Messian. Drawing.
What is Omen of the Hunt?
Flash 1 Omen of the Hunt enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a basic land card, put that into the battlefield, tap, and shuffle.
So again, you can layer those however you want.
So I triggered Spirit Companion. I will do Omen of the Hunt next.
Gotta love these sleeves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For a basic land card. That being opponent's better find 1. Shuffle, on the goes back to graveyard. Reveal. And then Missing Wander triggers 1, 2, 3. All lands. I will play. Is it basic land? No, just land card. Exotic Orchard. Let's put that in my hand. Library.
And you have a planes enter, right?
Yep.
Oh, you gain away from your orchard. Okay.
And you go to the top. Almost 7. Yeah, I'll tap Yes Man, draw 2.
Which we would know.
Yep, it's Path of Exile.
Look at that. Still has a quest counter. Does he have
He
2
gets
on it
2
now?
now. Yep.
And what's he do for you with the quest counters again?
So when he leaves the battlefield for any reason,
Mhm.
I get soldiers equal to the number of quest
Oh,
counters.
how- how-
And then your top card.
Oh, tap card, yes, thank you. That's a full. Switch card, draw enough reliquary tower or anything. Gotta love it.
Even funnier if there wasn't one in there.
I don't think there is, actually, now that I think of it. I can't do nothing, so I'll pass turn.
Discard the
Oh,
answers.
yes, sir.
I keep wanting to try and like make a deal with somebody to like, hey, we should gang up, but I just don't like any of you enough to do that.
Hey.
So
You want to see one of the host
See
get
me
bounced
looking
out
around the
first
table?
on your show?
right.
You want to see one of the hosts get bounced out on your show? Don't path my Magus. I'm going to do something fun.
Oh, making deals over here.
So the state that we're in is a stand your ground and a castle doctrine state. So if you want to leave this house in the same state that you came in, you should tap his thing.
It would be cool.
It'd be
But
really cool.
also, I like my life.
No, you're good. I won't do a thing to you.
Oh, but I know he will.
Oh, but I'm doing it to him. though.
Allegedly.
Just start ripping up the power
It's
cords.
gonna
The
be pretty
camera
cool.
shut
I
off.
promise you.
I'll just let it roll. I'll see what happens.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is play a line. I am gonna tap 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then I will pay 5 of that into him. To untap 5 lands. I'll tap them all again.
So we're up to 45.
45. And then I will pay 45. And we'll go 46. I should go 47 like that. And then I will tap 3. And I will cast Drowning Dreams. So 47.
Yep.
So I'm gonna draw 47. You're gonna mill 47 twice.
In response,
Priority.
Yep.
I'm going to play Smirking Spellcaster, exiling your spell. It has Flash, it's a 3/3 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, it can exile target spell an opponent controls. Whenever it attacks, if a card is exiled with it, I may cast it without paying its... I know it's a waste, but you're welcome.
That would have been awesome.
Wait, so if I path exile that, does that still trigger or is it already on stack?
It's on the stack.
Cool. Fine.
Alright, well, I tapped out for that. That's unfortunate. I'm just gonna have...
Unfortunate for you.
I'll just have my 1/5 almost swing at you, triggering her.
I'll block it with my 5/5.
Okay. It will
What's her
die.
trigger do?
I get to put an everything counter on
Whenever
stuff.
she enters
Or attacks. So everything counter will be on him, everything counter will be on this forest. She would die, and she will cause
I mean, you can afford it.
9. I can.
Yeah, let's see, what is it?
Well, that's all she wrote, boys. So, that's great.
Thank you, good sir.
Would have been the first death on the show. Would have been the first mill on the show. But no.
I will draw. I will play. Matter Swamp.
Excuse me.
You were gasping at his swamp.
No, it was a hiccup.
Swamp.
Oh,
I really don't have much going on here. I'm trying to remember what's in everybody's graveyard.
An Oblivion Stone.
It is public knowledge,
Yeah,
so
it
you
is.
can
If you want
to
to take a
see.
gander, you can.
2 lists are exiled. Oh, this is exiled. This is just
The Drawn in Dreams is exiled. And then didn't I exile?
Oh, yeah, because you exiled it. I exiled Finale of Revelation. I have Oblivion Stone and Elvish Rejuvenator. That's all I
Play
got.
2 to cast Silhana Ledgewalker. It's a 1/1 hexproof. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. I'm gonna tap this.
That's up to you.
You're just gonna end up destroying me, so I don't want to give it back to you. I'll give it the stuff. So that's the third one on it, and I draw 2 cards.
I'm not going to do anything new now. We're good. That was a good play. Like I said, I have one big play I can do each time when I have the cards to do it. I would have only drawn 47.
1, 2, blue, green, black, and whatever, 1, 2. We'll play Felix Five Boots. It's a 5/4 Menace Ward 2. If a creature I control dealing combat damage to a player causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control to trigger, it triggers an additional time.
So what you're saying is if you attack with Gonti, allows you to
Attack with anything. It's one or more creatures that Gonti doesn't have to.
Oh,
So if I attack with one and somehow it gets through and deals damage, then Gonti triggers. And that's when I get to look, or exile the top 2 into it.
Yeah.
You get past that?
Yeah.
Ward 2.
Oh.
You have it.
You have 2 swamps here.
I try. Yeah, that's a good play. I
And
can't
then,
be mad at that.
Is that whenever a player or an opponent?
Opponent, okay, yeah, so that doesn't count for me. Sorry about that. That just sounded kind of scary.
Oh, that's exiled too, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And then you gain life or get a land.
You get a land.
You can search for a basic, put it on the play tapped or untapped.
Tapped.
Tapped.
Island down. I don't think what I can do over there.
Done enough over here.
You can get rid of Yes Man.
Is this still around?
Preston is just a 9/9.
I think that his untappy guy is much more of an issue.
There's that.
I mean, honestly, I can tap for 30 and then tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a problem
Can I
if I
back
had.
up my mana?
What's that?
Can I back up my mana to tap it different?
Or are you gonna steal it?
No.
Oh.
No, I won't.
My
I won't
X-
play the game. Everybody else did it, but I
My X spells are gone.
At this point, then, and you have no flyers,
I don't.
I want to see what I can get from you. So I'm going to hit or swing 3 elephants.
I
and...
gave you those.
I know. And Scorpion Spellbacker at you, so that's 9 and 12.
I will block 3 of it with my 9/9. So I'll take 6.
9. And then I get the exile top face down.
Just the top one? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger twice.
There's 45 lands in this deck.
Not that one.
Oh, that's great.
Can't do anything with that. Have nothing fun there. I did that wrong. I might as well tap for 3. Could be a blocker to play Mr. House. President and CEO, you are correct. It's a legendary artifact creature that I stole from Stefan. Whenever you roll a 4 or higher, create a 3/3 colorless robot artifact creature token. If you rolled 6 or higher, instead create that token and a treasure token. And I can tap for 4 and roll a 6-sided die, plus an additional 6-sided die for each mana from treasures spent to activate this ability. That ends my turn.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. And then after draw phase, my saga ticks to phase 2, or chapter 2. So each player secretly votes for up to 1 creature. Then those votes are revealed. If no creature got votes, each player draws a card. Otherwise, destroy each creature with the most, or tied for the most, votes. So, it has to be secretly. I think there is...
Can we write that down somewhere?
No, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're all going to point to it. Up to, if nobody votes, we each draw a card. But if, like, I choose 1 creature, you choose 1 creature, and then he chooses a different creature, all 3 of those creatures are destroyed, or the one with the most.
No question. Say hypothetically, everyone voted for your commander.
The shield
Would blow for one of them, and then some.
no, because it happens at once, so we all
Oh,
vote.
okay, so the shield would just
And then-
bust, and then he would.
Yeah, and then the
Okay.
vote resolve destroyed.
Okay, I was wondering how that would work with the shield counter. That I didn't know if it stacked the thing or okay.
So, with that being said, to persuade votes, possibly, I would just like to say that I can't untap for 60 mana on my turn. I would just like to get that out there. So,
It's fun though.
I have 12 life left.
I will count to 3, and then we all point, or choose to not point, at a target creature. So, 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Votes resolved, 3 to 1. That one gets nuked.
I should have voted for Gonti. So both of them up.
Alright, and then I will move to my first main. I will play a mountain. Tap 2, 3. To play Morbid Opportunist. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers once a turn. Only once each turn. I will tap for a black, a red, and a white. I will play Boomer Scrapper. When Boomer Scrapper enters the battlefield or attacks, I lose 1 life and create a junk token. And a junk token it's an artifact that I can tap to sacrifice, exile the top card of my library. I might play that card this turn, activate only at sorcery speeds. So I will make it a junk. And then I will move to combat. These guys just entered. I will declare 3 soldiers attacking. I will just do 1 at each of you for ease. I will then choose Yes Man to get sacrificed by Ceasar. So I will make 3 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Because he had 3 quest counters on him. A creature died, you each lose a life, I will gain a life. Because of.
Why don't you tap that first?
Because then it's first, tap it, target opponent gains control, period. When they do, then I draw. So if I tapped
Gotcha.
it.
Yep. We all lost life?
Yes.
Sorry.
Then I will choose to create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. They will be declared at Jimmy.
Okay.
And then the second mode will be. You guys are already pretty low. So I am going to hit Jimmy for a total of 3, 6, 7, 8 off of Caesar's final ability. So you just lose 8 life because of how many tokens I control. Before we move to blocks, I'm holding priority. I'm going to tap a white to tap Windbreast Height to cast Hideaway 4, which, now that I think about the wording of the card, I don't think it matters. Fervent Charge. Yep. So whenever a creature I control attacks, it gets +2/+2 till end of turn. However, they were already declared attacks, so they don't get the buff because...
You're supposed to do that before the attack?
Right, but I couldn't do it before they attacked because I have to attack with 3. So it didn't even matter about timing restrictions. It was... Ugh. That's awesome. So anyways, a bunch of 1/1s. One of these is going at each of you. The additional 2 1/1s are going at Jimmy.
I'll block with my spiders.
You'll block the 2 and the 3? 3 total.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we each take
You
3
take
damage.
3 damage.
Yep. I will gain 3 life.
And then I'm going to go ahead and take my 1. Because every time 1 dies, we all take damage.
And then you
See,
got
that's
1
the
coming
one
in
I need.
against 2. Triggering.
Why was I nice to him?
Triggering Morbid Opportunist. 1 or more. Oh, that would have happened before damage. Whenever 1 or more creatures die, I draw a card. Draw a card. Whenever a token I control leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Boomer Scrapper. So I had a total of.
Tree that died.
Yes.
You know he would have been dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said I'm not sure why I was nice to him.
He gets 3 counters, but because it's even power toughness, I'm signifying it like that. It's a 4/4. So that is combat. End of for second main. I will pass la turn.
I will play Exotic Orchards, gaining a life. And then I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For a Demon of Fate's Design. Drawing card. And then, yeah, I'll 1, 2, 3, taking his planes, and Planeswalker and Little Song of Day and Night.
It's fun that it's me.
And with this life loss, it kind of puts a dampener on my plan.
I have 3 1/1s that can block, a 4/4, a 1/3, and a 4/4 with a shield counter.
But whenever those die, we take damage.
Yes. And he gets bigger. And then I draw.
Unless you get rid of Caesar's. Right?
I'm gonna see if this
Bastion of a
works.
bonus.
Yeah, Bastion.
You know, honestly, I don't think I have
Well,
a response.
let me give it a shot and see if I can do something. I can maybe draw something.
Would you be fine if I milled people?
Do it.
Okay, cool. I will pay 1
I won't even counter it
and
this time.
2 for the Binding of Titans. Each triggering the first one, each player mills 3 cards.
Urza's Power Plant, Harmonize,
Tainted Field,
Growth Spiral.
Ash Barrens, EDE Lonesome Eyebots.
Twilight Mire, Mirror Aqueduct, and then Neoplasm.
Oh.
And then since I played enchantment, I will draw a card. Why
Which
is
we would have knowledge, because top card.
Yeah.
So that is.
Whenever I cast an enchantment and you draw a card, I don't know why I have so much draw a card whenever I cast an enchantment.
That's what enchantments
So
do.
with this enchantress.
And then send one.
Conversions.
So I'll take this forest, tap, bottom of the library in a random order. So random, you know. Oops, sorry, didn't even touch you that.
That goes to off of this thing.
You know what? I'm gonna take a hit for 5
It's Bastion. It's not a thing.
and
Enchantment.
cast my commander. Menace, other enchantments, creatures you control have menace. Whenever she enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 non-or enchantment from your graveyard, create that token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 3/3 black creature, or black zombie creature in addition to its other types. So, in my graveyard. You know what? Let's see how this works.
Board wipe, Jimmy. Just board wipe. Just do it. Just go out swinging.
You know what would be awesome is if you somehow had a
I don't
farewell.
even know if I would care right now.
Farewell would be the greatest thing ever. Exile.
And graveyard.
Is my zombie.
Stuff I could play.
So, creating a copy of Mine Rack Harpy. Flying at the beginning of your combat of your turn, each player mills 3 cards. So, therefore, moving. Oh, no, that triggers. So, I will draw a card.
Which we would know.
Yep, Grasp of Fate. Use battlefield for each one exile.
Is that what you need?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 3/3 though.
Oh, hold on.
More.
And then 1,
Box of
2, 3.
Finding of the old gods.
Super. I will take Temple of whatever because I can't read today. And then shuffle.
what a zombie employee. That one cracks me up.
Give it a 2/2. You can put a dice on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or wait, you have a 0/0. Just put a dice on that.
Yeah, that's very fair. I'll just do that.
Okay. Jimmy.
My brain is hurting from this game already.
There's a lot going on.
Cool. So, move the combat. Beginning of your combat of your turn, each player mills 3 cards.
You made a copy of him too?
Yeah, so it's exile up to 1 target non-or enchantment card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 3/3 creature in addition to its other.
So
types.
he'd mill 6. Right? Because of him, if that's a copy of him?
Oh yeah. Would that?
The Nipton Lottery.
Soul Ring,
Darksteel Ingot.
Urban Evolution,
Son of a Soul Ring.
Acidic Slime,
Son of an acidic slime. Dazzling Sphinx.
Ship Oasis,
Rainstealer Dragon.
Cynic Guildgate,
Command Tower.
I just
Marshall
got
Milesdale.
lands battle for
This one.
Renegard, Omen of the Sun, and Ellis Reborn, and Dead Horde Invasion.
So, Canyon Slough, Dragonskull Summit, Shadow Blood Ridge, Butch Deloria, Ruinous Ultimatum,
Oh god, that sucks.
or the Nipton Lottery.
Should I just full swing at Stefan?
Do it.
He's gonna,
no.
He's gonna block
Wait.
when we die.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
Pass your turn. I gotta
Jimmy,
have an
you
answer.
need to grow up eventually. Now is that moment. You have been a pacifist all game.
It's okay. Be a pacifist.
You should be dead.
You
now.
should hang on. You should hang up.
What do you have over there?
A 9/9.
I have 199. I might have to be able to draw an answer, but
Swing everything at Ryan.
No, that's the only person who can probably save the game.
I might be able to. I know there's some stuff in here that can.
Take somebody out of the game.
I have an answer.
Even if it's yourself. Take somebody out of the game.
You can't mana burn anymore, man. You can't mana burn.
Oh.
I remember when
Just
that
scroll
was a thing.
pair, Jimmy. Scroll pair, swing.
You know,
I won't attack you if you swing at Derek. But
I only have 34 mana next turn.
Swing at somebody. Do it.
I'm swinging a 1/1 at you.
Yeah.
1/1.
oh, what?
I'll take it.
Sweet.
He did some damage.
Yo, the
The
dog.
doggo.
I'm a real boy.
Oh. Okay. You know, that made me happy that I did some damage this game.
Baby steps. You're right.
Yep.
My go or
Yeah, you're all good.
my last turn? Let's see what this is. This is
Oh, shoot. Yeah, nice.
You didn't block it anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair.
draw.
Oh, well, he couldn't block it, but he didn't even want to. You could have literally taken them both out of the game.
Yeah, and he would have killed you in one.
No.
I could have just attacked you and killed everybody.
I will cast Eureka Moment. I'll draw 2 cards and I can put them off my hand. So I played this off Eureka Moment. I'll cast a Basilisk Gate for my land for turn.
Let's play a basilisk.
Cast that, man.
You won't.
I'll tap
Not when I'm winning.
and 1. I'm going to cycle Desert of the Mindful to draw.
Destroy all creatures.
Can we do that one more time? But with a different desert?
You just tap for like way more?
Hmm?
Because isn't this one of the
Oh, yeah.
focus?
Oh,
So just keep in mind that you have that hanging out. Because that's 5 mana. So you have 4 floating.
Sport wipe, Jack. Sport
Oh,
wipe.
I have an exile.
You will learn on these episodes that you shouldn't listen to the advice you get from Stefan. It only benefits him.
Well, then people save him from
It's
milling
not
out.
my
Talking about
fault. Well, normally Jimmy listens to me. Like, we were at the LGS, and he went to swing at me. He's like, I'm going to attack you. I'm like, no, you're not. He's just like, okay.
Around this man. I'm
Oh,
scared.
this-
Right? And so now I'm telling you to attack me, and you're like, no. Wrong time to listen. Jimmy.
Yeah, I'll pass turn.
I will draw for turn. I'll play a Flooded Grove. 1, 2, blue, and a blue. Play Arcane Heist. You may cast a target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into their graveyard, exile it instead. Cipher. Then you may exile the spell and code it on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying mana cost. Which I'm going to go into
In
here.
response, I'm going to allow it to happen.
I don't think you have choice. If you had blue, I would consider it. So I'm going to... And here's another rule question. I get to play both of these. Wear and Tear.
I believe you get to choose one, because that is technically 2 spells. When I played it, I paid the cost for each.
Okay, I'm just going to get rid of
Right,
Passion of Remembrance.
enchantment.
For sure.
And it's exile or destroy? It's destroy. This is exile, but where destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment. So my...
Oh, destroy. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
I thought you were
destroy.
talking about the spell.
No, that spell is exile.
Alright. 2 green. 3, 4, 5. To go ahead and play running out of room. Unverwald Hydra. It's a star reach. Unverwald Hydra's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands I control. When it enters the battlefield, it may search for a land card on the battlefield, tap, and then shuffle. Any land card, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So it is going to be a 14-14.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And 4 to play Ceasar. Ruthless Stalker. Partner with Akima, Stalking Shadow. And Ceasar is a 3/3. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Ukama comes out. Ukama is a 2/2 Whale Wolf.
Battle by Corey.
Ukama Stalking Shadow cannot be blocked. And when it leaves the battlefield, it deals X damage to target player, and I gain X life where X is its power. Moving to combat, I'm going to put Silhana. You don't have any flying creatures, correct?
I have 2.
He's got the big demon, he's got a bunch of reach fighters.
I do not have any flyers.
So we're gonna attack Stefan with my 1/1 Silhana, which puts a 1/1 counter on it. Attack, and we're gonna say there. Deals combat, so it doesn't happen till after. So we'll wait till after for the triggers. Unblockable 1/1 there. A 3/3 flyer to Derek.
Let him. He still has finished declaring everything.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's good.
So 3?
It's good
Three?
3, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I will take the 1,
And I get the exile cards.
and then you cipher.
And then,
Instant or sorcery from a graveyard.
now the shield is just for damage, right?
Yes.
I'm going to path to exile your commander.
Alright, so you're going to exile from his graveyard,
Yep.
path to exile,
And that gets exiled out of your.
and then you get another spider.
That gets rid of his commander with the
Stefan
shield
gets a
token.
land.
And then each of these gets a 1/1. And that's. And my turn.
Off of the path to exile, I grab a swamp, and then path of exile is exile
Yeah,
from.
He's fine.
I will untap. I will draw, untapping these guys as well. And then triggering Voter's Dilemma again. We each secretly vote. And then the creature who has the most, tied for the most, dies. Or if nobody votes, we all draw a card. Since Ceasar is no longer on the board, and I just get benefits from things dying, that is up to you guys. So, I will count to 3, and then we can either refrain from voting, or we all vote for a creature. So, I will go 1, 2, 3, and 9, 9. So, all 3 died.
It's kind of hoping something like that would happen.
Because Derek did not vote.
I did not vote.
And this resolves and goes
I
away.
thought for sure you were going to nail the Hydra.
A creature died. I will draw that.
I don't want him winning this game. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Derek is representing a counter spell of some sort.
it could just be, 1 mana destroy something.
Put a Nomad Outpost as my land for turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2. So I have 2 for the tax, 1 for the colorless, and Mardu. I'm attempting to cast Caesar.
In response, I will Arcane Denial.
So then I will draw a card. Right?
As controller may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. I draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep.
Plus 4 more. And then I will tap 3 for Kill All. Dangerous Mind. He has a first strike with haste 3/2. When he attacks, I create a treasure token, and I can sacrifice 5 treasure tokens to gain control of target creature for as long as I control Kellogg. Activate only at sorcery speed.
Now we start saying well.
Now with him on the board, I am going to tap a blue.
Yep.
And I am going to pongify him.
You also get spiders
Yep.
from both of his doodads.
Use your...
I already had my morbid opportunist trigger.
One land.
Moving to combat. I'll send 2 1/1s, which turn into 3 3s at Derek.
Okay.
I will send 3 3 3s, and then this turns into a 3 5 morbid opportunist at Ryan. It's going to be 3 6 9 10 11 12.
Use the Hydra to block your 3/5. I will use 2 of the elephants. Block 2 of those, and Gonti to block the last one.
And you went 6 at me.
2 3 3s.
We'll go to -3 and die. Which means by hydras.
No! Do I have anything else of yours?
Yes.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah.
I will pass the turn.
Cool. I'll play a untap. Draw. Ooh.
Wait, you sword.
That's a shame, man. Cool. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. For Doomwake Giant. Constellation, whenever Doomwake Giant or another enchantment enters the battlefield under control of creatures or your opponent's control, get -1/-1 until out of turn.
Woo.
Trigger,
Yeah.
Spirit Companion,
It
and
has a 1/1.
Wanderer. I will draw the Soul Ring. And then 1, 2,
Ooh.
3, none. So Rari's big. Revealing the top card. I'll pay 1 for Soul Ring. I will be swinging 4, 5, 6, 12,
No, I haven't got that.
7,
So
19.
20, 21, 22, and it'll up for the 23rd at Stefan.
You can block when I live.
I can't damage.
Oh, menace.
Alright. I get ran over by menacing enchantments.
Yeah. Whenever since she attacked, I'll go into my graveyard and I will choose Deadboard Invasion. Triggering Spirit Companion Wanderer. So I will use Wanderer first to get this guaranteed land. There's my
Oh, yeah, that's good.
yeah, that would have been really
That's
nice.
a really good one.
Yeah, I'll grab the Temple of Silence, put it into my hand, and then the 2 is from my arm's reach, and it's for Behemoth. Shuffle those up. But my
Oh, you were
library
-3. I'm like, what's going on?
and draw.
Erebos.
I'll pass turn.
How many blockers do you have?
1, 2.
Just to play for another blocker, just in case something happens. Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Fear 1/3 whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's the only trick I have. I have nothing else going on. Now I just gotta try to see if I can get through. 2 blockers.
And he has 5 life.
I'm swinging wide. You cannot block these two; they're unblockable.
So that ends it right there.
Yep.
You can just swing.
That's
those
4
Oh.
damage. That's what I'm saying. And then I have a 4/4 flyer, a 5/5, and a 3/3. Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Very good.
That was a long game too.
that was
That
a
was.
very fun game.
That is the thing about precons is they, you got several board wipes in a game, or it takes a while to get going, and then like you were powerful right from the beginning, and it took
Team effort.
I mean, really, he just drew the card that we needed.
You got rid of my Merit Lage, you got rid of my Drowning Dreams,
Right.
Yeah, there was some removal stuff that showed up in here at the right time.
Yeah,
Right.
for
I
sure.
was just able to grind it out long enough to be relatively a threat towards the end. And then, poor decisions by Jimmy, but he ended up, taking me out.
First elimination on yeah.
Mhm.
All right. That is going to be a wrap for the first casual commander conflict. So hopefully it wasn't too boring. Like we said, precons right out of the box, they can be pretty strong, as you can see from. I mean, I think all of these are relatively new in the world of precons. They're miles ahead of where precons used to be in like 2017, even.
Yeah.
Where I think Wizards has done a bunch to kind of streamline and just make them more easily playable out of the box. So you can have maybe a little bit more crazy turns, or a turn 4 Merit Lodge. That's a thing. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed our content. The next couple of games that we plan on posting are going to be more homebrews, just decks that we built ourselves. We may revisit the precon idea and just kind of keep it with random precons throughout time. Maybe we can get our hands on some older ones.
I think one fun one that we could do too is everybody pitch in. We buy a bunch of randoms. Whatever the total amount is, everybody pitches that much. They all get put in there, and you roll for them.
Right.
And that's the one you get just for fun. Just to,
Let's do a random commander clash.
yeah. Different
Maybe we can
ideas.
get some cubes in here as well.
Yeah, I'd be down to look at a cube. I know a couple people that have some cubes.
Mhm.
I don't know if we're going to hop on the Sharpie cube, but that seems a bit much for what we're trying to do here. But yeah, so again, if you liked the content, hopefully we can keep pumping these out, and we've got ideas to come. But until then, I just want to say, stay cool, stay casual, stay conflicted.